Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the left. Start your week by installing your game plan. This is the player card. This is your development trait. Super.
everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the new man in D.C., Case Keenum, and the Washington Redskins as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Washington Redskins. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
Here goes the hot. Right, 20. 50. They're not ready for this, man. 22. 22. Cut. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now a man in his 13th NFL season, it's Adrian Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from his...
Hey, 50. Round 20. 61. Match 5. Right.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. A sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Take a seat. You can't stop me. Here goes the hot. Right, 20. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. The hot.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Keenum. His throw incomplete. And this matchup, an important one for Week 1, an NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936, 168 meetings overall. And the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here's Keenum to throw. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Certainly not what they want. first down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again on first down. Peterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum caught on the right side. Reed. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Keenum. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to...
They'll run on first down. It's Peterson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Keenum now to throw, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Keenum. And he comes back with one complete. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Quinn. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 9, Keenum looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And that is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So...
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And he finds the tight end, Reed. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Quinn. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. On first down, Peterson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get it.
Here's our tonight. Hey, please. Hey, Cincy. Watch the flag. Watch the flag.
Keenum now on first down. And Davis with it left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Keenum. Out to the left here to Reed. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's first down on a gain of 10. Keenum now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Keenum going to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To Thompson on the draw. And he stopped immediately there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Keenum. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Quinn. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Keenum now to throw. And he finds McLaurin. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Keenum to throw again. And this one completes a read. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense.
On first down, Keenum. And his throw is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 10. Keenum, open man is Quinn. He completes it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Keenum. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Keenum. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Throwing now is Keenum. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Keenum now on first down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Keenum now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons.
Jordan taking over Chicago. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, running back Jordan Howard, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Atlanta Falcons. With that, we're off to Atlanta for their home opener. Standing by at Mercedes-Benz Stadium are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with Carson.
Watch the screen. 51. Get up.
On first down, Ryan. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
The pass from Ryan complete to Freeman, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
Down. Ready. Ready. Check 53. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. No gain on the play. There, it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, Ryan gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Here's Ryan, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Got it. 25. Check 53. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The numbers for Freeman a week ago: 19 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Freeman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the shotgun, Ryan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Ryan. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. 54, south. You draw Corker.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Mike, 53. Mike.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Ready, blue 80. Blue 80. Yeah. You don't want. Wait.
On 1st down, Freeman. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brandon Graham able to drop.
Ready, like 25. Hey, express. Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Sack left, baby. Yum, 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 yum.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
53, Mike 53.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down.
Ready, 39. Let's go.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they are going to take over right there at the...
Down, ready, back 25. Check. Ready to go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock.
Ready. 53 is the mic. It's a party now.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. On 2nd and 12, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Operating from the gun, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath the running back, complete. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
One hallmark of good defense.
Down, ready, 51, down, 280.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
59,
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Ryan. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they go for it on 4th.
ready, 280, like 25, check, check. 53.
Better bring it. You better bring it.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Ryan. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, his 2nd sack of the night. Here's Ryan to throw.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got it.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Eagles, it was a
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade, Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. The scene is...
Ready? 180. 59.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Stafford now to throw. And that's complete to Jesse James. The 40. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Good moment there, but no way.
Set. 250. Big 20. 53. 953. And we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep it.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
218, jump.
A starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB2, let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jesse James, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3 plays.
Ready. 280.
Tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return. Too far, though.
Set. 280. 53. My middle.
Stafford on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. 3rd down here. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard.
Good stop. Here we go. 180. Come on, dude.
This is Barton. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he can get out of the backfield. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now.
That ain't working. 180. Real life, 22. General West.
To the right and complete to Galladay. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Number 32.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. It's caught outright, Amendola. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 41, Stafford.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
To throw is Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Johnson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Carry now for McKissick. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there. It's
bombers. You two jet bombers.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense. And you... They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They go to Johnson again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
We got this.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance.
Lady! Coming to you, coming to you.
On first down, it's Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked.
Mike. Go 20. Mike. Let's go 53. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially.
Set, lady. 53 at the mic. Here it comes, here it comes.
On first down, Stafford here. Pass incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and now it's third down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on.
You know what they say. Something's got to give.
Green 18.
15, check back 15.
Check pass. Green 18.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Jones. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there, the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Nothing doing on 2nd and...
Let's get it. 319. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip left, rip left.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
We got it.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30.
Mike, 58. Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean.
On play action, Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And on 3rd down, nickel formation here defensively. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, baby, yeah.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Madden, 319. Mike, I'm coming. 30.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Rodgers now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Rodgers to throw once more. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. No, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Another example right there of how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there, the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody.
All right, folks, eager.
No, 319. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, and he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Rodgers now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll get this to Jay Kumaro. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And again, it's Rodgers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his...
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get...
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing now is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a...
319.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down. So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now Jones. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
319. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm coming after you. 399.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Recon, 152 final.
On 1st and 10, Rodgers. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw is Rodgers. Going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. His throw incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Let's get it. Let's get it together.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick-6. He was looking for his running back Aaron Jones that time. And it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Rodgers now on 1st down. The left side completion to Jones. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Adams. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. One final try now for Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So